unusual that you'd ran into him on that planet. Maybe the Force brought you together, Cora.
Well, me and him kinda go a long way back on the count of my, life experience, shall we say, so...
I think you should continue to try and follow up with him. It's time you moved on from that tremor blade.
Well, not like I have a choice anymore, right? Chuckles.
Exactly. Especially if we catch up with that Rivik and put an end to his weird plans. It must be weird for you to see clones of yourself running about.
She frowns a little. I'd rather not talk about it.
Yes.
Anyway, for the longest of times I always thought I was done with it. That's why I got rid of it. Honestly, considering what happened in the temple, I was afraid of it too. Actually terrified. It always reminded me of the worst of me and what I used to do. But now, I feel like I'm ready. I feel like I can hold that blade again without letting it control me. And besides, if we're gonna take down that son of a bitch, I'm gonna need a lot more than just a lightsaber.
How about 2 lightsabers?
Cora starts laughing. I think one's enough, thank you. But I will try to sharpen some of my, shall we say, less charming qualities. And she starts toying with the glass in her hand, trying to use force move to shuffle it around, but clearly not very well good with it because she's not used to using force powers in general. That reminds me, clients, considering, well, shall we say your fascination with all things Jedi and such, have you ever spent, more time with somebody more in tune with the Force? Have you actually tried training with some of them? Jedi, I mean.
I don't know about training. Healing people has been my life, and it will continue to be so.
Don't get me wrong.
I think I'm too old to pick up a lightsaber or start talking about using the Force. I don't think I'm even Force sensitive, sadly, but it's more than just being Force sensitive, in my opinion. It's a philosophy or way of life that I appreciate.
Don't get me wrong, Doc. Without a doubt, you've got a gift for healing. But what happened last time on my planet? I was honestly surprised when I saw you fighting. True, you keep saying you were just defending yourself, but that was still a pretty impressive feat. You basically went through 3 people on your way to come and help me. That's not something just a normal person can do, let alone a doctor. No offense, but maybe there is more to your fighting style than you think. Maybe you shouldn't write yourself off so easily. How's about it? When we get back to the ship, maybe you and I can have a quick sparring session.
If you wish. I'd almost be up for a dueling session.
Well,
that's how I keep myself in practice for many years.
Sounds like a date then. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to get a weapon first, she chuckles.
We can use the wooden sticks that are used for the crates to lift them out.
Not really my type of training. If you're not using your weapon, is it really training?
Yes. Any training is training, but I'll do it your way.
Sounds good.
He nods at you and goes back to his drink.
So, how do you think those lovebirds are doing? All on their own? Causing trouble somewhere? I guess there's no loud explosions around us, so they are not doing something too adventurous.
Right then. Perfect. Right. So, you guys are currently hanging around Nar Shaddaa and like going on dates. Is there anything important you want to do before leaving?
Nay, good sir.
Can I dab on these haters?
No, you may not.
While the ship is actually sitting on the ground, there's one thing I'm going to do.
I'm gonna
I
put a
just need
tracker on it.
to... Okay. No, I just need to make sure I've done my calculations correctly. Yeah, okay, so...
I mean, Ifo has a tracker on the ship, so I'm surprised you haven't put one.
Yeah, okay. No, I'm just calculating how much the diff actually is now for doing another modification. Right, so it should be 2 diff or 2 perp with all the shit I got. Wow. Fuck that.
Oh my god.
Wow. Okay, never mind. Apparently, I'm not modifying anything.
Revik turns up. Revik turns up. Revik turns up.
Is he literally coming here to bust up the date or show up at the bar?
Ha 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 ha.
I am Lord of the Cock Block. Deploy the army.
I am slightly amazed that I got a bunch of advantages and no successes.
And I'm slightly Adam.
Well, that did not go according to plan. Well, fuck. Okay, well. Yep, no. Apparently I'm done.
Nope, you're done. Anyway, so, do you want to head, basically, if you're heading towards Jedi Planet, you can pass by Corellia and end up on there if you wish.
Perfect, let's do it.
Your grandfather is out cold, however. Like, most of the journey, until he wakes up, like, half a day into the journey, he's like, where am I? Who kidnapped me this time?
I'm gonna say that at some point we probably told Jay to give him a detoxification or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say we probably put him in the shower so he can puke. Wait, do we have showers?
Should?
Oh, right, yeah, no, this looks like a shower. And so does this. Apply grandfather directed
Side
shower.
question: why do you puke in a shower?
Oh, it's not like he should puke in the shower, but like, since, like, where else are we gonna put him, like, in case he pukes? Like, we need to put him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own puke. And we need to put him somewhere we can actually puke, we can wash the puke away.
Listen to
shower.
Sibby, a wise man who speaks from experience.
Sorry, I just want to point
I
out...
don't actually puke myself in a shower, but I've put other people in the shower so they don't
I
choke
want
on
to
their
point out a
puke, yeah.
location that works perfectly for all of those reasons.
I mean, alternatively we can put him in Kain's bath, but you know.
Where do you think I'm pointing, my dude?
That's
Kain's
pointing.
room.
So yeah, he's just like walking around with ship. He's like, oh, it's you guys. Hello. When did I appear?
When we found you passed out in the bar.
Oh, you finally decided to pick me up after almost a month.
I'm surprised he remembers it's been a month.
Going to there are other ships going to the mid-rim or the inner rim.
With what money? I didn't take my credit card with me.
TC just like looks at him with an unamused face. Then how did you get drunk for a month straight?
Friends
It's a
and huts.
talent, I assume.
So you now have an insanely large tab, is that it?
If I was fine with it, and despite, look how pretty I am. Goes buy me drinks all the time.
If I would maybe fine with it, but it's still a hut.
It's fine. I found him a girlfriend.
It's nice to see you again.
Wait, girlfriend?
My granddaughter-in-law. How you doing? He pats you on the back.
Does he slip her a chip with 20 credits?
No.
It's a
He's
slipper
not
bug.
real. He's like, how you doing? So you're looking rosier. Especially now you're not wearing your armor. That's new.
Well, it might also have to do with the fact that I'm pregnant.
Oh god, I'm gonna be a great grandfather. How old
If
am
you
I?
live that long...
I'll outlive
says-
all of you. He says,
Chastising.
he says a bit hungover, it's like, I'm gonna outlive all of you.
Oh,
Jack just nods,
also,
he will.
I suppose now is a good time, since we're on the subject. I've already talked to Jack about this, but after, well, our very active week, I've decided that after I have Jack and I's son, I'm probably going to settle down with his parents on what's the
Corellia.
name of the planet? Corellia. Yeah, there.
He's looking towards you and going, really?
Yes, it's the right thing to do. I'm going to raise our son on Corellia. It's safe there.
That's boring. He says,
It's-
he just says outright and then turns away. I need something to drink.
It's boring but safe, and trust me, nothing's ever boring with me here.
I took Jack all the time on my speeder bike.
Yes, on your speeder bike, which I assume didn't get you shot at by giant Sith warships.
You'd be surprised. I got shot at all the time.
It's by Sith freighters.
Astrid, I don't mean to butt in, but are you sure your family is going to let that fly? You are Mandalorian.
It's true,
I
don't
don't-
you guys, like, wrestle down Hydras at, like, age 2?
I'm not just going to cut all contact with them. I just want to raise him somewhere safe. It's not like I'm barring them from coming to see him or
I'm more
never
saying-
going onto their ship.
What I meant more is, why are you stopping your life?
I'm not stopping my life. I'm starting a new chapter. Motherhood is going to be something that I quite look forward to.
Well, I
Life
think
is
you're doing the
boring.
right thing.
It's boring but pleasant.
My wife never slowed down. Moving left and right. Never stopped. Probably why how our daughter learned how to fix speeder bikes before she even knew how to talk.
I'm concerned that your, well, position as the daughter of the clan head is going to come with some expectations on your son.
But anyway, I'm gonna go and get Zoe to wake me up. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna be going this way. Are we almost at Corellia, Jack?
We can cross those bridges when we get to them. For now, I'm
just as I took a mouthful of food.
Yeah, Jack's eating food.
Wait, is this the first time Astrid has told anyone she's pregnant, by the way?
No, I don't think so.
No, everybody knows that I'm pregnant. The only guy who didn't was Grandpa, which is why she brought it up.
Fair enough.
But I'll cross those bridges when I get to them. For now, I'm just thinking about where to begin.
Right then. Down.
This is an
Quest.
important character thing, Ash. I'm talking about retiring my beloved Astrid.
Yeah, finally on Corellia.
In
You realise the campaign's probably going
number
to
of
end
months,
before
dude.
9 months end, right? But yeah, you can have, if you want your serious talk now, then go ahead. I'm just preparing things.
Well, I mean, like,
Anyway.
unless anybody has any more questions, that's basically all she had to say. Astrid's just preparing to settle down on Corellia after the birth of her son.
Meanwhile, with 12-year-old is like running around the ship, taking part in
Check.
space battles and kicking ass.
Yeah, but she's not 12.
Cora's keeping an eye on her.
Yeah, she's not my 12-year-old.
I'm not suggesting that you should change your mind, Astrid, but I am concerned, and I think you should be ready if there's
I just
differing
hear Jack
opinions among your family.
crying.
Hashtag not my 12-year-old.
Yeah, it's hilarious, man.
Sorry,
Oh
sorry.
yeah,
So,
she's prepared. She's just thinking about, basically, this is the first step. I'll deal with everything else after I begin. Right now,
Yes.
that's not even on the register. Her son isn't even born yet.
now, meanwhile, Cora.
Yeah?
You are contacted during the flight from Hurang, and he says, where do you want to meet?
Well, how long are we staying on Corellia?
He's going to reach there before you do.
Oh, Well, I'm gonna give him the coordinates for my gang's main hideout. So we can basically meet there. I call it a hideout, but it's a legitimate business. It's a legitimate business, so we shall meet at my proper establishment.
Is this a bakery?
Yes. I'm assuming that that guy is probably the head honcho when I'm not around, so let's call the bakery for now as the main hideout.
Essentially, he's gonna go. I'll tell you what, just come over to my ship when you have the time.
Oh, okay, that's when we
park
meet at the bakery store, okay then.
He never leaves his ship.
Ah, okay.
Not really. Unless he's crash landing trying to gather supplies.
Cool, then I'm gonna go to his ship when I've got time.
So, you land on Corellia to drop off Grandpa. Is there anything anybody wants to do? I suspect Cora does.
Yep.
I want to talk to Jack's parents about my plan.
You may do that, and I'm just going to say the overall consensus is like, yeah, sure.
Awesome.
Like, they don't care. Your parents may.
Yeah, I should also probably
things
message my parents about my plan.
Suddenly,
Yeah, that might
a
be
giant Mandalorian ship appears again.
Astrid, what are you doing? Oh, god damn it.
It's okay, guys. I'll dodge until she can talk him down.
So,
You
yeah.
can't send a giant warship after me every time we have a small disagreement.
okay, then, sends 5.
What am I doing right now, Misty? I am your father, and you will go into battle, Breggers.
So, it's like your mother did, technically. Anyway, so, Cora, I suspect you have most pressing matters on Corellia?
Yep. I'm
Okay,
gonna go
what do you
visit
want
the
to-
master first, then I'm gonna deal with the other stuff.
Alright then. Where's the master? There he is. Ah, Cora. It is good to see you again.
Hello, Master Hyun. It's been a while.
It really has. He nods in agreement and then takes a few steps, like tidying up the mess that he made while he was here.
Well, a promise is a promise, she says as she slams a giant sack on the table.
What is this?
You know, my end of the bargain.
He looks a bit confused. By the way, when you did send it, I assumed you sent it through a Republic courier.
This way it's funnier.
We say you sent a shard that he requested and bought.
Yeah, I sent the shard because it's cheaper if it's smaller.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, well, I suppose I could use this. It is valuable material after all.
Wait.
He actually does take it, and he's with his 4 arms. He's carefully putting pieces away. Hang on a minute. Where's the correct? There he is. He's putting pieces away. He's tidying up, putting the shards in a. It looks like a full sword, except for one large shard at the end. It's not fixed, of course. It's still broken. I cannot believe you broke a Kotosis line sword. That is almost 6 days. A very difficult thing to accomplish.
It's not me that broke it.
Well, that is fair. However, your actions did cause it to break.
Fair enough. Well, if you wanna argue semantics, I wasn't the one wielding it at the time, she mumbles under her breath. But anyway, I digress. That's exactly the kind of threat I'm looking down the line, so I need to be ready. I need my lightsaber. And I need it to be stronger.
Moving over, he gestures towards you. Did you send the gem with him as well, or did you want to put it in?
Oh yeah, I definitely sent the gem.
Okay. Essentially, he's gonna come over to the little pedestal that is your pedestal in his ship. The image of many lightsabers inside, but there is one new addition. And as it pops out of a small cinder holding area, it's a black lined thing, but it's also got natural materials in it. The black lining you notice is the same Kotosis coating of your sword. It seems like he's used the shard of your sword to make the lightsaber hilt.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah, basically it has the shard from the Tremor sword.
Yes. He's basically melted it down and reforged it into a right pattern. It's got a natural. It's actually got a natural like wood on the handle inside.
I'm assuming overall the design is the same as it was last time, or does it look different?
It's totally different.
Cora looks a little puzzled. It's different.
You are different.
I thought a Jedi would only have one lightsaber.
That is not true. These are parts from all the things you have brought me. Not from the lightsabers, of course, but from pieces, shards of the materials that you have gathered over your time. You have been to Khajiit to do battle before, brought back iron wood. You have been to battle on your home planet and brought me the shard, and so forth. You have brought me gifts of Mandalorian steel, and so I have made the components out of it.
Cora looks confused, but Master, those, while they do carry some sentimental value, those are just random parts. How can they become a lightsaber? I mean, don't get me wrong, but is this actually going to be worth anything? She looks very confused if that's actually going to be a proper lightsaber wieldable, considering it's made out of random things.
It will be. I assure you, this is not simply a mashed together design. The steel is made the main components of the insides. The normal circuitry which I provide. The wood makes up the handle for easy gripping. The wood itself is as strong as plasteel. And, of course, the finishing touch. The casing, made out of kurtosis-lined metal, from your very sword. Each of these are mementos you have brought to me. Each of them from battles you have regretted, and yet been proud of at the same time. They each hold a story. Each drew you to each piece, and you brought them to me. You simply did not know what you were doing at the time, and so your weapon was forged without you even noticing it. Your last piece, I already knew what it would be. He turns to look at you.
And I am going to quietly just give it to him.
And as he places all parts, including crystal, on the table, the same table that he teaches Padawans at to build a lightsaber, he gestures for you to sit down.
You know I'm not good at this sort of thing.
I cannot build it for you. I provide the parts. I provide the means. But you have to put it together.
What if I make a mistake?
Then you will try anew.
Cora sits down and waits for him to instruct her what to do.
Focus. Whatever aid you may give yourself, you may do. After all, this is no task that you cannot aid yourself with. Not something you can do while restraining yourself. Let yourself flow freely. In other words, he's, in short terms,
I gotcha.
use whatever powers.
Battle meditation to focus.
Essentially, he goes, now, focus on the shape of your lightsaber. What it should be. How it should be constructed. Know the basics. You know the maintenance tasks of the lightsaber. This much you know. Now slowly, carefully, together.
Cora's gonna close her eyes for a while she's meditating, and after a while she's just gonna go, I can see it. And without opening her eyes, she's gonna start putting the pieces together. What do I roll?
You can roll mechanics at 2 blue dice and 1 purple. Right then. Yeah. We see as you finish, Ian is nodding. It's like, you have done well.
I hope so. One of the hardest things I've ever done.
I have seen many lightsabers being built. I assure you, you have done well.
Kora's just gonna hold it in her hand for a while and say, it feels heavy.
As expected. It is both your future and your past.
I think
Use
I'll
it
get
well.
used to it.
He nods. He looks very calm for a robot. Almost happy.
Thank you, Master Hume. I wouldn't have done it without you.
I am simply glad that you are moving on. Call on me anytime.
I will. There's one more lightsaber that needs to be returned. After that, I think it's my turn to go get some rest. And with that, she's gonna stand up.
He basically follows you out and he actually offers you a small basically holster for your lightsaber if you need it. Since, you know, you had a sword this entire time.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna need one of those, huh? Cora says, remembering just now. Funny, I never really missed it until, well, right now.
Basically, it goes under your cloth and it's like a magnetic clip sort of deal.
Yeah.
Like,
Thank you. I'll make sure to take good care of it.
he nods once more. Just keep in touch. Simply because you have your lightsaber now doesn't mean that you can just ignore me.
She smiles. I know.
Enjoy your day.
Until next time, she's gonna wave as she leaves.
He waves back and gives a small pleased sigh as you leave.
Cora sighs as she leaves. Right then. I'm assuming that I came with my own bike, so I'm not stranded in the middle of nowhere. And I'm gonna basically call my boys and say that I'm on Corellia and I'm dropping by for a drink without any warning, without anything. And I'm just on my way, fuckers. And off I go. Dude, are you seeing this?
Come on, T-Rex! Fuck you, bitch!
Yes, on the buildings, collateral damage.
Fuck collateral damage, I'm an giant ass robot!